Because if you're selfish now, you could be selfless later when you reach your goals. If you're selfish now, your family will see a better version of you later. If you're selfish now, you will have more time for your family or the things you want to do later. I don't mean selfish as a human, selfish with that time.
They're going to love you some days, they're going to hate you some days. But you have to know yourself, and you have to start with being kind and empathetic and loving with yourself. Because if you're unable to do that, you will do it for nobody else.
I'm not a nice guy, I'm a good guy. There's a difference. If a little old lady is walking down the street and some guy grabs a pocketbook and you grab the guy and break his nose and break his arm, you're not a nice guy, but you're a good guy. In life, it's all right to say no. I'm not in this to be nice. I'm in it to be good. What it is you put your oxygen mask on first, then you help the person next to you, right? So it's the appropriate selfishness.
Can I share something with you? And I want to share this today because it just feels on my heart. I'm going to tell you to be selfish. Be selfish. Be selfish for the next 3 years. Go get yourself strong. Go put your own oxygen mask on. Put some money in the bank. Crush your company. Be selfish with your time. Be selfish with your income. Be greedy on the amount of money you want to make. I'm telling you, be greedy, be selfish. You know why? Because if you go all in, if you stop thinking, I wish I could do more, be more, go all in and make the money. Get secure and put your oxygen mask on. And what you can do in 5 years from now, what you can do in 7 years from now, what you could do in 12 years from now is unbelievable.
You need to start to be selfish. Choose you. Choose you. Please choose you. Stop always being a doormat for everybody. Stop always being the nice person. There's such a big difference between being nice and being kind. Kind is actually genuine and caring about the human race. Being nice is just always wanting everybody to like you. And let me tell you, nobody does. People don't respect you and they walk all over you. You have one life. Do with it what you want. Be great and enjoy it.
Is it true that you have to be a little selfish to get rich? The answer is no. You actually have to be very selfish to get rich. Selfish means with your time, your focus, your energy. When I was building my first company, I lost friends. Family called me a self-centered narcissist. But the truth is, I was building, and building costs you access to the old version of your life. And even now, I want more out of my life, so I'm moving different. Because I'm not trying to live a millionaire life with billionaire thoughts. You can't keep everybody happy and build something great. Average lives are built on availability. The question isn't, is it selfish? The question is, how bad do you want it?
Bro, be selfish. Be so narcissistic about your goals and your dreams and your mission in life that you have no other choice but to cut everyone out and win. Like, bro, everyone is so caught up in helping each other. Are you okay? Do you need help? How are you doing? That they get distracted from the whole mission that they're on in life. This whole game to getting to the top 1%, being rich and successful, it's all the last man standing wins. I'm sorry, no one cares about you. You put two random people in a jungle, yeah, they're going to be friends at the start, use each other's tools to survive, but when it comes to it, bro, one way or another, the one who's hungry is going to make it out alive. One way or another, one of them is going to end up killing each other because they're scared of dying. Now, I'm not saying go be this bad, narcissistic person that doesn't help anyone. Of course not. I'm saying be so selfish about your mission, your goal in life, that you have no other choice but to cut everyone else out and win. Because at the end of the day, bro, who's it about? Is it about Johnny, Timmy over there, your best friend? No, it's about you. Bro, you think every rich and successful person got rich by helping everyone else out, worrying about other people's problems? No. They said, fuck you. They closed their door, cut everyone out, and won. That's why they're great. That's why they're rich. It's all a game, bro. Take everything for yourself, run everyone over, and win. It's all about you.
The whole key to building wealth is that you become selfish and you say, no, done. I'm paying myself first. I always say in our 20s we hear about money, in our 30s we start to worry about it, in our 40s we start to get super nervous, and in our 50s we hyperventilate. So every decade gets harder, and wherever you are today is your day to start. You came here because there's something that you're looking for involving your money, and if anything we're saying sounds like, I don't know, maybe I should think about this, you should make a decision today. Whatever that decision is, make something. Get to your 50s and 60s and having had spent all those hours of your life making money, and you didn't keep any. The whole key to building wealth is that you become selfish and you say, no, done. I'm paying myself first. Every time you earn $1, you pay yourself first. Money comes in, money should not just go out. And the problem is if you believe that you have to make more money to save, you will never get around to saving.
The most successful people in the world are the most selfish people in the world. Because before you can take care of everyone else, you have to have an abundance in which you've taken care of yourself with first.
Absolutely.
How can you have a lot to give if you don't have a lot that you've kept for yourself?
Right.
You have to create abundance to give.
Is it true that you have to be a little bit selfish to get rich?
You gotta be a lot selfish.
a lot selfish. And let me tell you what I mean by that. You got to be willing to not see your friends. You got to be willing to spend time away from your family. You got to be willing to not do a lot of the personal things you want to do because you got to devote all your time and energy to getting rich. So it's got to really be worth it. And by the way, if you don't actually like what you're doing to get rich, you won't even enjoy the money on the way up. So you got to make sure you're aligned with things you enjoy doing because you're going to spend most of your time there in the beginning.
Being the most selfish, narcissistic person is literally what will get you rich at this life. And it's simply because self-obsession is literally the highest form of success that there can ever be. If you love yourself, that means the world is going to love you, the world's going to reflect that, and the world is going to give you every single thing that you want, especially when you feel like you deserve it. And obviously, if you love yourself, then you're going to feel like you deserve every single thing ever on the earth. And that's how we actually get our dream life. First, we believe that we already have the things that we want, but we have to feel and believe that we deserve to have it. That's like the true law of attraction. But in order to do that, you have to be selfish. You have to be a narcissist. You have to be willing to bend reality and break rules around you and put yourself above every single person ever. You have to be able to put yourself above your parents' opinions, put yourself above your friends' opinions, and only listen to the little voice inside your head, and that's how you are going to actually get rich.
Some of it might sound first thing is you gotta be selfish as hell. You gotta be selfish. It's the sacrifice, but without great sacrifice and without great risk, there is no such thing as a great reward. You have to be a little maniacal with the shit. Maniac, right? But when you're pursuing your destiny, when you identify with your destiny, you have to be selfish. You have to be maniacal. You have to be uncompromising. And you have to move in a way, when it comes to those three things, when you function completely in a way where it's an unwavering faith. Like, it don't matter how up that shit might look. It don't matter how much it feel like it ain't gonna work. Complete delusion. You gotta believe the delusion, because it's only delusional until it works. So is it really delusional? A mother only gonna call it delusion until it don't work for nobody else to see, but for the whole world to see. And then once the world see it, there's nothing delusional about it. Now your delusion becomes, oh, he was a genius. We didn't understand it when he did. We thought this mother was crazy, but he definitely always figured this thing was the thing to do, and he stuck by that shit. Becomes so engulfed in it, you don't know nothing else other than that. Walk in your purpose is what it evolves into.
Believing that your opinion is always right and thinking that you're always right in general is the biggest blessing that you can have. The universe rewards the people who think they're always right and believe in themselves more than anyone else, and I want to explain exactly why. Why do you think the F students are going to be the richest stereotype even exists? Because the F students are always the ones who choose themselves and their opinions over others. They rebel. And if you live in a world that is literally meant for you to become a slave to society, become a worker, why do you think you should ever come remotely close into listening to other people that don't have the things that you want in life? You should never do that. That is why valuing yourself and loving yourself is the key to getting whatever you want, because whatever you love and whatever you want is what you should be listening to. That is the only path that you should take in life. I don't care what your parents tell you. I don't care what your friends think of you. If you have an opinion, a belief that is so strong towards something you want, that is your truth. That is what your reality is supposed to be. So cancel anything and tune anything out that is not that opinion. Trust yourself, because God is giving you those thoughts for a reason. Watch your life change. Watch you become rich and get whatever you want in this life.
You want to be rich? Don't be an employee. You want to be rich? Be an entrepreneur. What's a choice? Employees have to save money, get out of debt, buy a house, and invest in the stock market. I don't touch any of that stuff. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I don't have to. I'm an entrepreneur. I buy the gold mine. I get the gold. I buy the silver mine. I buy the real estate. I buy the hotels. I do not save dollars. I use debt to buy real estate. Right. I pay no taxes legally, and I save gold and silver.
I'm on pace to make multiple six figures this year, and the only reason that I got to where I'm at today is because I prioritize myself over everybody else. If you care about everybody else before yourself, what will you do? You'll care about their opinions as well. Everybody else's opinions towards you aren't going to help you out. The only person that believes in you is you, and you only have that certainty within yourself. So if you have that certainty within yourself, then you have to take every single risk. And yeah, it's selfish, but you got to prioritize yourself. Because if you prioritize literally everybody else's feelings, you'll live the life that they want and not the life that you want. And that's exactly what I did. My parents wanted me to go to university. My parents wanted me to get a degree and get a good job. But I chose myself. I dropped out. I stopped going to school. And what did I do? I said, I'm going to do it on my own because I know that I can make it. And then what did I do? I put in literally all the work, became as selfish as I could, chose everything that I thought was right, and I got literally everything that I wanted because God literally made that desire inside of my head, and it was just my job to chase it.
One thing that you need to stop doing that is holding you back in life is being too nice. Stop being too nice, or you'll find that you'll cater to everyone else's needs except yours for the rest of your life. If you think that being too nice will somehow make your life easier, or make people like you even more, or give you some certain advantage in the world, then you're sadly mistaken. Being too nice, you cannot grow. Being too nice, you will always be physically and mentally exhausted. Being too nice, people will find it extremely difficult to respect you because they'll view you as somebody that has no backbone. When you're too nice, when you're overly nice, the message that you're conveying to the majority is that you're just a people pleaser. There are some people that are naturally nice, and that is fine. But when you find yourself being too nice, overly nice, I think it's time you ask yourself some questions as to why that is. Don't be so quick or so eager to give people the nice side of you. There are certain qualities about yourself that people should have to earn or prove that they're worthy to have access to, and being nice is one of them. Learn how to be ruthless and say no. If you suffer with being too nice, learn how to say no. You need to prioritize yourself and your needs first before you can even consider attending to somebody else's needs. I'm saying this because in the world we live in today, people are very cunning and will take advantage of you if you let them. You need to keep your wits about you, and being too nice, you make yourself an easy target for opportunists. I have learned that it's when you become successful, when you've created a big enough gap between yourself and the opportunists, the selfish people, the bad people, the negative people, it is then you can be nice, because you've created a big enough gap between yourself and them that they no longer have the ability to hold your progress. In a perfect world, assuming all things are equal, being nice in return should have other people be nice to you. But take a look around you. Look at the world we live in. It's not happening.
I became a multimillionaire by saying no to 95% of the opportunities around me. So what do I mean by that? There's so many different, FOMO gets a hold of a lot of us, where every single opportunity, anything that sounds good, sometimes it is a good opportunity, but you still have to say no and focus. Focus is the key, right? Concentration builds wealth, diversification keeps it. So you want to focus on one thing, grow that one thing, and then you can diversify into other things. But a lot of times people try to diversify too soon. They have not spent enough time concentrating and focusing on that one thing. Let the main thing be the main thing. I appreciate that a lot. So for me, even if something is a good opportunity, I still say no to it at certain stages. Now I'm in a position where I have things automated, delegated, and efficient, and where I've replaced myself in a lot of the business. So now I can actually delve into other things and build other businesses. But for years, I was not able to do that. I had to say no to a lot of things.
You have been lied to about why selfish people win. A lot of traits that are considered narcissism are the same traits that create success. Because think about it. What rich, successful person do you know that wasn't delusional when they first started? But they have to be. Because if you look at the numbers, it's almost a given that your business is not going to work out. So having that overwhelming self-confidence and the ability to prioritize yourself is essential if you want to be successful. Because remember, the safest and most rewarding bet you can ever make is on yourself.
Are rich people selfish?
I wouldn't call it selfish, but they do have to sacrifice things. To be wealthy, you have to sacrifice things. You have to sacrifice time with your family, time with your friends, time watching stupid Netflix. Yeah, you have to make sacrifices to become wealthy, and it can appear that you're selfish, but you're really not. You're just managing your time effectively to achieve the success you and your family deserve. You're going to miss out on things as you're building your wealth. I remember, I used to come home and play with my kids every night, but I wasn't there mentally. I was focused on building wealth. And it's my greatest regret to this day. And I tell this to my students as well. I missed out quality time with the people that mattered, but that is what it takes to become wealthy. You are going to make trade-offs. You are going to make sacrifices, and people can call you selfish. My ex-wife used to call me selfish. That's really not what it was. I was trying to build our future, and that's the way it's done. Now, of course, you've got to enjoy what it is you do, because if you don't enjoy what you do, then what's the point? But when you do enjoy what you do, work is play. You never work another day in your life. And when you love what you do, you're passionate about it. When you're passionate, you have the ability to influence people.